Yeah.
Oh, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to In the Loops with the Hoops. I'm your host Avion, and this is my other host Calvin. You already know how it is. We took a little hiatus, for a hot minute. It felt like 5 months, as I said a minute ago, but we back on it. And we wanted to discuss a little bit of summer league today. I think summer league ended on 17th, which was yesterday. So I guess we could just recap, talk about the rookies that were picked, like in the lottery, talk about some sleepers that we saw, some second-year players like our man Trey Murphy, and the whole shebang. So you want to start us off, Calvin?
Let me just start by saying, in memory of you being Najee Boy Stan in the group chat, we have to talk about the abysmal, god awful playing of Najee Marshall in summer league against.
It happens.
I'm not going to sit here and say against plumbers. They're not plumbers. They're all pretty decent.
Nah, that Portland team was almost nothing but plumbers, honestly.
Well, they won the chip, so that
they did
won the chip, which is
that's MJ's competition right there.
Which is weird to say, but I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and say Najee got EJ hurt. I mean, it was a terrible thrown ball. I mean,
that was a horrible lob. That was
a horrible lob.
I don't even know why. If I was EJ,
it didn't need to happen. It really didn't need to happen. But I just want to get my slight hate for Najee out of the way. Dyson Daniels, unfortunately, there wasn't much that we seen of him. Probably like 11 minutes.
Yeah, enough to call him a sleeper pick. He should have been an all-star. He's gonna be an all-star. I saw enough.
He looked
like an NBA player.
He
looked like.
I hope he looks like an NBA player. He looked kind of bad. Offensively, he looked bad, but you could tell that he ain't scared of
potential.
Okay with it. Yeah. I see it.
Yeah, my friend was calling him a bust after like 5 minutes. He's like, "Yeah, bro, get this guy off the court. We should have drafted Soshan." I'm like, Soshan ain't even playing in the summer league. I didn't even know he's gonna be better.
Bro, Soshan's out here violating Russell Westbrook on that little interview thing.
Oh,
talking about bricks. Like, okay.
Bricks. Oh, he put his head in it. I'm like, dog.
I'm cool we didn't get him. Just a couple players to note in that. You got Sebron. Sebron's one of the two-way players along with Jared Harper. Didn't really see that much out of Sebron. He did pick it up in this last Thunder game. 19 points. He was plus 14 for his plus minus. Positive players. I love positive players. 6 for 14, 3 for 6 from 3. That's pretty good. 8 rebounds. He's good.
Yeah.
I feel like it just may have been too little, too late for him because Jared Harper was more consistent.
Definitely. You saw it last year too.
Yeah, last year too. And Jared Harper outside Trey Murphy. I'm not gonna count Trey Murphy. We all know Trey Murphy's gonna be the leading scorer on the team, but the second
we gotta talk about him a little bit though, because Trey, the way he was able to put the ball on the court, like you could tell, like he be in the gym with CJ.
He definitely looks more confident. And the thing that I pointed out that I like about him now, his shots were not falling for like the first bit of summer league, but he was still scoring from mid-range, inside the arc, like
driving.
He was finding ways to get a bucket. I was like, I was not seeing this Trey Murphy last year. Like I would see some cuts every now and then, some intelligent cuts, but like you're not cutting. You have the ball in your hand doing this. You're creating your own shot now. You're playmaking. It's like, okay, you may have been the best pick in the draft, low key, if you play like this.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I see a little bit of how Jabari Smith is and Trey. Like the first year, I feel like Trey was a little bit better than Jabari, but he was also older, like a good bit older than Jabari. But I feel like maybe Jabari, if he gets his handles like Trey has it, can maybe take that leap because he's an as good prospect as Trey, if not a little bit a better prospect. But you can just tell Trey is like getting on the cusp of being almost developed. Really, nothing was wrong with the shot. It was just the other aspects of the game. Like he's probably never going to be the best playmaker, but it was the ball handling, putting the ball on the court. And you saw some of that in Summer League, and you just want to see when you watch Summer League games, stuff that can translate into an actual NBA game. I saw a lot of things that he can translate while playing next to Zion or Brandon Ingram or CJ. So, I mean, it's not like he was trying to be ball dominant all the time, like, some guys, get the ball every 2 seconds.
Najee Marshall.
I ain't trying to call out nobody, though. Yeah, that's what I got to see. I think Trey made a really good. Him and Giddey were just and Josh Christopher. Like, why y'all in there? Why were y'all in the Summer League? Like, wait for preseason.
The biggest why was Najee Marshall. Najee's like 28, messing around with. Somebody get him away from.
Najee's like a grown man playing in AAU right there,
and he was getting beat. Like, it made no sense. I was
looking washed, not gonna lie.
He was just embarrassing himself.
I was so happy to see point guard Najee, and that man started playing like Trey Burke or something like that, thinking me off.
Horrible, yo. I'm like, get this man off the court. Like, he's gonna get some.
He's like, give me the ball. I'm like, bro,
teammate grade F. He graded out. He's out there. Like, he
wasn't already had a contract. Yeah, if he already didn't have a contract. That's the reason why he's playing like that, let's be honest. He already has a guaranteed contract. He don't care.
Oh, he was 100% trolling. He was bullshit. I know he was out here trolling. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to come here and just try to play like Magic Johnson, just do stuff
They probably don't even care anyway. They're like, yeah, go ahead, Najee. We're going to sit you out in the last couple games anyway.
Like, just do whatever, bro.
I do wish we could have saw Kyra, though, not going to lie, but I think he's still nursing that injury.
Yeah.
Kyra stand right here.
It would have been nice to see. I really want to see where he would be. I want to see what his skill set is looking like right now. But there is a guy, Jared Harper. If this man ain't on this team, he needs to have a spot. He needs to have a roster spot. I know he's 5'10" and all that, but the man
ain't no problem.
Bucket. That ain't no problem. The man's a bucket. He averaged 17 and a half. Second most points on the team. 17 and a half. And he was a consistent player the entire summer league. Like, he didn't have a bad game to me at all. Like, Daquan Plowden, he didn't really show up until like the third game. And then he went down with an injury, so we didn't see much of him. But he was doing pretty good. Elijah Stewart, I didn't really see any like flashy things from him, but apparently he averaged 12.7 points for us, so I guess he's cool. Davidius Servitas, God, I hope I said that right. He also was the other one that was like kind of.
I don't know how to feel about him, to be honest with you. He made a couple of decent plays, but I'm like, I don't know if that deserves a roster spot, honestly.
I don't think it. I mean, if just judging off his foreign name, if he could possibly be a stash guy, send him to Europe. Him and Carlo can thug it out together because Carlo ain't gonna be here for like another year or two.
Carlo just like Jackson Hayes, but just not Jackson Hayes at all. Just athletic. Croatian Jackson.
Or whatever he is. He's Blake Griffin. We've seen it all with a midi. It's amazing.
With a midi, he's Blake Griffin, but like, I don't know. He's Blake Griffin, but with skills. He's like this. He's like
Blake Griffin, but good.
Blake Griffin. Yeah. He's Julius Randle with hops.
He's Julius Randle with hops. John Collins with a shot. Like that's basically what he is, yo. I like Carlo, man. He's cool, but I mean, John Petty. I know Logan on the other podcast. He just loves John Petty. I say John.
Petty, he got that dog in him. He got the dog in him.
He wants to defend. He's a sharpshooter. He's all right, but I think low key. I mean, it's tough because like. For the first couple of games, to me, it was, okay, Savidius, he's getting cut, Plowden's getting cut, Stewart's getting cut. All these guys are getting cut easy. But as time went on, Savidius started actually hooping. He's the third highest points scored guy on the team. John Petty's fifth most rebounds. Savidius is third most for rebounds. You got Petty on here for third most steals. And of course, Trey Murphy's leading all of this. Except for rebounds.
We're not talking about Trey Murphy.
Rebounds and assists. He's not.
Trey Murphy at his 7-1 frame should at least got 8 rebounds, so it's all
Like
good.
he averaged. Well, I can't tell for rebounds. Oh, he averaged 7. So he was second. If he ain't first, he's out of second.
Yeah,
Except for assists, obviously, because he's not. He ain't a point. But
he's not Najee. He's not Najee.
Najee averaged 4.5. Shout out. Probably
Oh,
the
that's
only thing he did.
crazy. How many turnovers though?
Well, we're not gonna talk about it. If I look at the turnovers, yeah, see, they don't even want to show me. I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see. Honestly, I'm gonna just close out the tab.
Oh, well, he actually had the most with 4. So yeah, all right.
Oh, he's 4 for 4. 4 for 4.
Yeah, 1-to-1 ratio. Hey, that's
That's a
all
crazy
right.
for every one turnover. He's
For
gonna get
every one, he's giving one.
That's crazy. Okay, that sounds like a Najee. Yeah,
Yeah,
more like that's tragic Johnson right there. That's not Magic.
that's the Najee I know and love right there.
Yeah.
John Butler. I was saying he would probably be a guy to cut because he was disappointing. Literally up until the last game where he just decided, you know what, Kelvin, I heard your podcast with Logan earlier in the day where you said that I'm disappointing and that I'm supposed to be able to shoot like I did in college and I haven't like made a shot from 3-point land yet. Well, I'm gonna show you something. So I'm just gonna shoot 9 for 9, put up 25 points, and like go 6 for 6 from 3. How about that? And that's
Yeah,
what he
I'm
did.
already seeing people ready to put him in the lineup with at the 5 with Zion. I'm like, bro, come on.
Please don't.
I mean, he is it's a summer league game, but the only way he run at the 5 is if we're going up against OKC, and we can not even if they have Derek Favors. Hey, I watched Derek Favors in his prime in New Orleans. He was something. I don't know what to make of Derek Favors' time here. It was just mid, to be honest with you.
It was very terrible. I was tired of seeing it.
I
would put him under Steven Adams because Steven Adams had a personality and was interesting.
I'm like, Derek Favors should be like the undersized big where he's not clogging up the paint for Zion. But that mid-range shot that we was promised just didn't pan out at all. I was promised, like, yeah, Zion cuts to the basket. Derek Favors might not be a 3-point specialist, but he can shoot the close, like the 15-footer. That was non-existent. He was just, I would have started Hayes that season, honestly. Not even because he was, honestly, to be honest. I don't know why I just said that, but he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't really doing anything. I would have just rather have Hayes just get the further development.
Well, I mean, hey, it was the SVG days and Gentry days. So I mean, what more could we ask for?
Yeah, we had Drew Holiday them days. It was crazy.
Like, what more could we ask for? So I mean,
draft Sadiq Bey instead of Kyra, but that's just hindsight. I love Kyra, but
yeah,
I would have drafted Sadiq Bey.
I mean, look, the wings are fine now.
Yeah,
we ended up okay.
I mean, to be honest, if we drafted Sadiq Bey, we probably wouldn't have got Trey, and that's sad because I like Trey.
I think Trey will be better. So I think we ended up.
Yeah, probably definitely.
We ended up something better than this, but I mean, in terms of like 2-ways, I don't know how many 2-ways we can have. I think 2.
yeah. How many? Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. To be honest with you,
it's really unfortunate. I didn't even mention EJ Liddell. I was really extremely upset because I was sad because he was not playing to what I know he could at Ohio State. He was like a 20-point scorer with like 10 rebounds back in college. Like, I know this man can hoop. Not many people in college are doing 20 and 10. They're just not. And he's a very efficient scorer too. And just seeing him just not really do anything. And then when he started to put it together, he gets hurt. Is just disappointing. And I really hope the Pels do right by him since he was our pick and at least have him to some capacity here.
They might give him that 2-way. They might give him like just a contract, but like, well, no, because when you're a second-round pick, you have a guaranteed contract though. So
you have a contract.
Yeah.
So hopefully we just don't cut him. But I mean, if there are
I doubt we do that.
It makes it tough because Savidius kind of put himself in a. I wouldn't give it to him, but he definitely puts himself in the conversation because to me, Jared Harper is for sure like he still needs to have one of those 2-way spots. Like he kept his 2-way spot for sure. John Petty. I don't think Sebron's keeping his 2-way spot. I just don't. I don't think he showed enough. I know it sucks.
Hurt, man.
He was also a really good dude in college, but I just don't think he's showing up. It was just too little, too late for him. When I don't know, John Petty, I did have him booked as like the second guy for the two-way, but I don't know anymore because like I know people say, "Oh, we need more scoring." I think our scoring is going to be just fine this season, and
Yeah, we don't need more scoring. We need more defense.
and John Petty seems like he can play defense.
Who?
John Petty. He is third for steals here under Jared.
Oh, okay,
Wink, wink.
okay. I'll see it in preseason.
He also can rebound. He's fifth in rebounds for us. So
I hope so. He's 7-1.
No, look at you, bro. That's John Butler, man. This is John Petty.
Oh, you talking about John Petty? My bad. Oh yeah, John Petty.
So now it's between John Petty and John Butler because John.
How many John Petty averaged?
For what? Rebounds?
Yeah.
5.2.
Okay. See, I thought you talking. Yeah, my bad. I messed up. Man. I'm like, you 7-1. I hope you. Never mind.
I mean, now it's the point. I think John Butler. It might be too little, too late for him too. Like I don't know if that last game was even enough to say, all right, well, we can give it to him. John Petty's has been a little more consistent. Him and Jared Harper. So I think those two will probably get it. Savidius and John Butler have to be on the G League squad. Like they just have to be. I need to see them there. Plowden, I need to see more of him too in the G League. And EJ needs to find his way to the team. And Carlo, of course, he's going to be out in wherever country he's at.
Wherever he's going to be at. DD 2.0. Hey, DD.
Put a ring.
Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it,
DD.
DD, NBA champion. You should have got on the table like how they did with like Pat Bev, like the shirt.
He looks super skinny. I remember we was putting so much muscle on him, and now he looks like he just lost all of it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Is he still a Lucas stopper? The world may never know. Yeah, Damian Lillard going to see.
Yeah, he's going to be in the backcourt with him. There's going to be a backcourt of Damian Lillard and DD.
What you calling that? I'm calling that Alcatraz.
Only one half Alcatraz. It's today's Alcatraz. It's today's Alcatraz where it doesn't work. It's out of commission.
The only way it's going to be even decent if it's like him and Gary Payton. Hey, then offensively, that is disgusting. But while we're on the Trailblazers, I want to talk about two players. First, I want to talk about Shaedon Sharpe and the injury that he got. I think it was like a shoulder injury or something like that. Man's hit one fadeaway and just dipped. I mean, I don't think he likes basketball. Like honestly, I don't think he likes playing the game of. I don't think he likes playing the game of basketball. I wish I could be him and just go to the league from AAU footage like that. That's literally how it feels like. I'm like, the potential's there, but we've seen so many people with high potential like Dennis Smith Jr., Josh Jackson not paying out at all. So I'm like, I mean, I guess it's a cool pick, but the injury kind of it don't really scare me that much. The way he comes on the court, like, and he doesn't he's not aggressive. He doesn't look like he wants to play.
Gives you a very Anthony Davis vibe.
Yeah, he wants
very 2021 Anthony Davis vibe.
Yeah,
he'll sleepwalk you into 20 points, but you're not getting clutch plays out of him.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like potentially, he just has that attitude. Like I'm the best player on the court. I could get the bucket, but he's not gonna put an extra. I think I don't know. Dame gonna have to give him some of that humble pie in the practice. Be like, yeah, I'm better than you. So also, I want to talk about somebody else. I want to talk about Keon Johnson. He's a baller in 2K. That was my guy in 2K. My Portland Trailblazer sleeper. All right. So last year, what was it? I think he was drafted last year. And before we got Trey, I'm like, okay, I know this is a horrible fit, but we should get Keon Johnson. Now I'm telling you why. You give Keon a shot, like a jump shot, he's goated. He has the athleticism. He can drive. He's not that bad of a playmaker. Defensively, he has really high upside. And what I saw in Summer League from Keon, his shots coming along, the way he had he set the record for the highest combine vert, like at 46, 47. and all the athleticism. And if he gets a shot down, it's gonna be scary. And the way I saw it in the summer league, hey, he gonna be special. He gonna be special. So I think getting him from the Clippers in that trade was a good move. Where they go next with him, I think they should trade him. Honestly, I say all that just say they should trade him because I mean that's cool and all, but you got Damian Lillard. You probably want to rebuild around him and Jeremy Grant, him and Jeremy Grant and Anthony Simons, I guess.
You know, if there's a player, since you're shouting out your player in summer league, my player in summer league, Mr. Zach Randolph 2.0 himself, big bully Kenneth Lofton Jr.
The Chet stopper?
LaTeX product. The boy, you remember in the group chat, I was saying, yo, you if you was in there like last year, Tuesday, I was like, yo, we need to look at Kenneth Lofton, right? And some people in the group chat, we don't need him. I'm telling you, I say, hey, I know what y'all looking at. He looks big. He looks out of shape. He's only 6'7". I'm telling you, there's something about him. He does for real have that dog in him. He's deceptively athletic and fast and quick, and he has a jumper. He just doesn't do it in college, and we have seen that in summer league. The man can shoot. He lost some weight, and he's quick and still strong. He looks like Zion out there, just not anywhere near as athletic, and that's a little scary to me. It's like, do I want a somewhat Zion player on the Grizzlies? Hell no, I don't. So I hope he gets cut. I say all that to me. I hope he gets cut, but not because I don't like him. I just don't want him on the Grizzlies. I want him to be signed by someone in the East, someone far away from my past. I know he's going to be scary.
Don't they have him and Big Body Roddy too?
Yeah.
That's a horrible combo to go up against.
Talk
about Zion and Valanciunas.
If you watch the NIT tournament, David Roddy got bodied by Ken Lawson Jr. The whole game.
Just having those two on the same team, just
occupying space.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for other teams. Honestly, what I saw from Lofton Jr., he was doing this thing. Not gonna lie, like, all right, I'm gonna stop. Let me talk about specifically when he was going against Chet. He was putting that man in the dungeon. He was pushing Chet around so bad. It was obviously like Chet was getting bullied. Like that was his first welcome. That's his welcome to the NBA moment from a guy who wasn't even drafted, wasn't even in the NBA until like a couple minutes after some people got their contracts. But it's so crazy. And people are talking about, like, if he's getting bullied like this, imagine what happens when he goes up against Giannis. Imagine when he goes up against Bede. Kenny is not that far from the same size as all those players are like that. So, I mean, like, Chet got that idea now. Chet realized he's like, I'm AD now. I'm the 4. Until Giannis said, I'm sliding to the 3.
I mean, y'all really think that they going to put Chet in those types of situations against them guys?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so. They're not.
Yeah, honestly, I don't.
Is this late game against Joel? No, hell no. We're gonna move to the floor. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, when they're getting blown out by 20 anyways, it's not even gonna matter. Like,
fine, put him in. Let him get bodied. Like, give him the Ricky Hayden. That's his Ricky Hayden. Just going against the 5s in this league. That's it. That's what's gonna get him right. But Kenneth Lofton. I'm telling y'all, better watch out. I'm telling y'all, he gonna be nice. I've been saying this from the jump. He's gonna be nice, and now y'all seeing it.
Yeah, I definitely do see it. I'm not wasn't one of the guys like sleeping on him or anything like that. I knew about him. Honestly, I knew about him last year when he played I knew about him when he played with Chet in the
USA, the Junior USA thing.
Yeah, the USA team, and he was like their best player, honestly.
Yeah, Chet said that. He was like, yo.
Well, I watched the video about him earlier before that too because they were talking about how good he was, and I'm like, yeah, I see. I see it. I'm just like, he was bigger than, like, he was like even more bigger than what he is now. And then I'm like, well, if he loses some weight, like respectfully, he'd be like great. And he lost the weight, and he's respectfully great. But he didn't lose a lot where he lost his build. So I mean, like,
And then like people saying, "Oh, he doesn't have a jumper." I knew
He's
from
just
the jump.
talented. He's just talented around the rim too. Also, what were you finna say about his jumper? Because I don't think it was that bad.
I mean, because in college he didn't really shoot. He didn't have to really. Um,
Yeah.
I knew he had a shot though, and everybody's like, "Oh, he can't shoot." He's pulling up from logo. Like,
Yeah. What against Chet? Like there was a one possession where he had the possession like it was a late game, like late in the shot clock, and he just popped it. I'm like, oh, it was like from distance too. I'm like, we got a little range to it, but he has really good like handle to say that the size he is. So I mean, like getting his shots not going to be bad. He's going to definitely feast against OKC. Um, what only problem with him is just you just with all that talent, you just wish he was 6'10", at least 6'10".
yeah, yeah.
If
I
he
mean,
was
you can say the
just
same about
that,
Zion too, I guess. Six
yeah, but
six.
I mean, like, what's the way that he played? Like, he's not the vertical athlete that Zion is. Just the way, like, he's an athlete, but like, if he was 6'10", we talking about lottery. Honestly, I'm
We might be
saying
talking about
we talking
Boogie,
about lottery.
low
We
key.
talking about we're talking about
We're
Boogie.
talking about Boogie.
We talking, honestly,
Yo,
doesn't
if
he
y'all
have
don't
the
know,
hands
we
like
had
a
a
playmaker?
conversation about Boogie for like 10 minutes before the podcast started.
Honestly, though, he got that dog in him.
The dog.
We're going 2K in a minute. Going to put prime Boogie on the Pelicans. That's all we need.
We're not losing
Honestly, though,
again.
you're not far off though. If he was just, I'm not gonna be that guy because what if? I mean, you can't just teach somebody to be taller. So it is what it is. 6'7" is definitely not a bad height. Or it might be 6'8". It might be around that area. So either or, it's not bad. It's not.
It's not bad for a wing, but like a center, that's where you start getting a
I just
little.
don't. It might be good for a forward, but see,
But yeah, he
we
has
don't
such
know.
good finesse at the rim
That's what
though.
I'm
His shot
saying. You
doesn't.
don't. You don't know. I can't say nothing because you think Zach Randolph wouldn't be able to do the things that he did, and we saw how good Zach Randolph was. So it is what it is, honestly. So yeah, I see the vision. I see it. Yeah, the touch around the rim, just
It's very
just the
Zion-esque
basketball IQ.
touch at the rim. Like just it's so smooth. Like everything about
It
it is
really is
smooth.
though.
That's what's scary. 'Cause it's like, yo, like the only other person I see like that at the rim is Zion.
Actually, it's crazy because if he was just taller, or if he just had the vertical athleticism to combat that, he'd be unstoppable. Honestly, that's actually it makes me sad, bro. I wish we could have seen him at 6'10". That would be crazy if he was 6'10". But anyways, we should talk about somebody else that is 6'10", Paolo Banchero. I'm getting better at my transitions, y'all. So, so Paolo Banchero, #1 overall pick. Didn't see that happening. Woj kind of teased me talking about Jabari and probably teased Jabari too. That's why he looks so sad on draft night.
And y'all suckers fell for
Yeah,
that mess. I
yeah,
told y'all Paulo was going #1. Y'all
yeah.
fell for that.
I got cooked then because I didn't know. So while that happened, Paulo went #1. What I saw was that Paulo reminds me so much of like a mellow, Danny Granger type player. Like real, like honestly, like he can almost do everything on the floor offensively and defensively, way better than what I saw at Duke. Cause Duke Paulo would pick and choose, but this Paulo was in the game all the time, playmaking wise, doing everything. Like that Paulo that I saw in the summer league was better than I ever seen at Duke. And I'm seeing like national media talking about he's not a superstar. Look like, bro, hey, these Duke boys crazy because as soon as they get away from Coach K, they all turn to like all generational talents. Like it's crazy.
Unless
Took
you're
Brandon Ingram a
playing
few
good.
years. Took Tatum a few years. Zion didn't take him to get on Weight Watchers. So and it just took Paulo just to go to summer league. He's already him. Honestly though,
Unless
I'm not
you're
saying he's
Cam
as
Reddish.
good as Zion because
That's
even Zion in that 2019 season, I don't think he's better than that Zion. But I think offensively, he's bringing everything. He's bringing everything to the table. Got a good jump shot, really good playmaking. There was times when he was fumbling the ball late in the clock, but I'm not gonna think too much of it because at least he's dribbling the ball, unlike Jabari. So it happens. But like, Yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say about him. I think he's like the overall package. I think that's the player that Orlando needed to start building around because they needed that one superstar player and they got it. So hopefully they can not fumble the bag.
I think the only thing I would say about Paulo, as I've always said before, he was definitely NBA ready. A lot of people say, "Oh, he's not NBA ready." Yes, he was. He was always NBA ready. People were sitting there falling for that. "Oh, he loses 7 pounds a game." Yeah, whatever. Who cares? You know how much
It's like
money
it's
these
not a
guys spend
bad thing though,
on bodies?
honestly.
Like,
I
man,
mean, maybe
whatever.
the
It happens.
cramps are, yeah, like his go-go juice and everything, and people was getting on his head. Weight in the NBA is so crazy. You know how so many abnormally, like, weird bodies we see in the NBA, bro. You wouldn't think nearly that Zion should be able to do the stuff that he's doing, and we see how good he is.
The dude's
Slim and
like
Trim Zion finna
205.
tear up this league, bro. Zion trying to look like Brandon Ingram right now.
Paulo, if I had a knock, it would probably be. I wouldn't be surprised if his career is more front loaded than back loaded. Like I can see him being the best prospect or one of the best prospects for like the next 3-4 years. But then when everybody starts kicking it into gear and like develop, then I can see him getting passed up because it'll be one of those situations of he's the jack of all trades but a master of none, and he will just you know get passed up by I don't know, let's say Jabari or Chet, but that could happen. I'm not saying well, just if I had to put something on him, it'll be that. But that's not even bad. Like he's probably gonna be putting up at least 17 points a game for the rest of his career. Like just being honest.
I get what you're saying right there. I can see it because you pick Paolo because he's the most NBA ready, like you were saying. But Chet, he gets the weight on, like he puts on the weight or like the necessary muscle to at least play the 4, maybe some 5. You got a really good talent right there. Not gonna say generational. You give Jabari a handle. I mean, the sky's the limit. If you give him a handle, like I don't want to cut the talk about Jabari, but his handle was just left so much to be desired. Like I'm on the verge of thinking that I might have a better handle than him. Like honestly, because the way he like a simple crossover and then just fumble the ball, I'm like, gosh, this is summer league. Just also, I'm gonna give him the benefit of doubt. Houston Rockets is a horrible put together team in the summer league. Honestly, they had nobody who was at least a above average playmaker besides maybe Josh Christopher. As much as I love my boy Tari Eason, he's like a bull in a china shop. He gets the ball. He's like looks at the rim. He's like, I'm going. Don't look at anybody else. I might drive and kick one day out of the 365
One
days.
day.
One day I might drive and kick, but I'm just going to my right, and that's it. So I'm like, it is what it is. He had really good playmakers, but Jabari, if he just had a handle, man, he would be so good if he just had. If he didn't take it, that's the one thing in college. Everyone was saying he just takes the stupid shots. But the reason he takes the stupid shots is because he couldn't hit the. He can't get to the open shot. He has to be set up a lot, and that I don't really want a top pick to have to be set up most of the time. When I pick top picks, I want shot creators. Honestly, like Jabari, I could see a route where he becomes like a really good player. Like maybe become like a who's a good comparison that you compare him to, like as like maybe like a superstar level. Like if he becomes a star, an all star. Like I can't really think. I mean, you get a handle, he can turn to another Brandon Ingram. I don't know if he gets a handle because his shot is good, but there's a world where his handle just doesn't develop and he becomes like Reggie Bullock on crack or something. Like
Oh,
it could
Jesus
just
Christ.
becomes a more athletic Reggie Bullock, and that's a good role player. Like that's probably a top role player of all time. Like honestly, up there with Draymond and Robert Horry. But like, I mean, that's not a top 3 pick that I want to draft.
If I had to look up, see what the world's saying with comparisons. Uh, he apparently has comparisons from Rashard Lewis to Chris Bosh to Kevin Durant. So it's kind of like what you said about with the BI thing, because we all know that if there's any player that's close to Durant, it's BI. It's just in terms of body, skill set. Chris Bosh is what you're saying. If he's not handling that well, he got to be set up. Chris Bosh needs to be set up in his time in Miami, not so much the Raptors days because he was just that guy. Rashard Lewis, great role player, one of the best. Like kind of all what you said. Like it's either good role player, an all-star guy who just needs to be set up, just going to be like a second fiddle guy, or the guy, Kevin Durant. So
Yeah.
I think
It
he
just
was pretty
depends.
good. I think he should be what you were saying.
Yeah. We can talk about Chet and how Chet looked. Honestly, the national media hates the guy. I don't even like the guy either, but they just be hating sometimes. I'm like, they're still talking about Jabari's the better Like, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say he's not the better prospect, but Jabari makes one jump shot. Everybody on Undisputed is going crazy. Skip and Shannon trying to crown him as the next NBA All-Star. Paolo does something cool. They don't care. Chet does something and they bash him for being a. they just bash him for being skinny. Like, oh, Shannon Sharp thinks that you need to be like 225 pounds to be in the NBA. You don't. If that was the case, Brandon Ingram would be cooked. Brandon Ingram would be cooked.
Respect to Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was a goddamn tight end in the National Football League. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
There's a reason why he's built the way he is. All right. If you
like he has a football player mind where you need to be big to be on the field, and I'm like, no, that's not how basketball works. There's Poku and Chet. If they're good enough, they're going to be on the court, despite the fact that they're like $190 combined. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, he doesn't. They're always talking about the frame, but can we talk about something besides the frame? Because I swear they look at Chet, they just look at the body, don't even look at the skill set. It's kind of
he's a bust because he's skinny.
Kind of weird. Yeah, I'm like, what he brings to the court besides that, like. It's actually like crazy what he brings as like a shot blocker. He could probably lead the league in blocks as a rookie. Honestly, like I see the defensive potential. I don't even like the guy. Honestly, I think he's like not that cool of a dude. With all the videos I've been seeing, like he's just kind of corny sometimes. But like I'm not gonna bash him and call him a bust because he's skinny. I'd be looking like a hypocrite. Look at your background right now. I'm a stand of the guy in your background right now. So if I'd be making fun of Chet because he's skinny, I couldn't be saying that.
This guy right here, everybody. Yeah, tell that.
Weighs less than Chet.
He's the skinny king. All right, go ahead and tell that to him. He's putting up 30 on your favorite players.
The real Slim Reaper, honestly. The real Slim Reaper.
Literally doing that to any of your favorite players, any given day, any given night. The skinny king.
But honestly, Chet, I see the potential. I see the potential in all three of these rookies. If I pan out, who's going to be the one who pans out? I think Chet, it doesn't take too much weight. I mean, it's like, it's not going to take too much weight to him, like, to get to the level that he wants to. You just want enough. You don't want him to be big like Giannis or something. He probably won't ever be like that anyway.
He doesn't have the speed of Giannis. So he's just
That's what I'm saying. He even said that. Like I don't have the. He's like, I know my own body movements and stuff like that. Because if y'all don't know, Giannis was a jump shooter back in the day until he put on the muscle. His jump shot completely changed. But like,
he shoots like a football player.
Putting on that muscle really changes you. And Giannis can do it because he's Giannis. He's athletic. He was athletic before. He's athletic after. Chet's athletic, but he's not Giannis. So. He could put on some muscle, maybe 15 pounds of muscle, just the muscle that's going to help you, not the muscle that's going to make you slow you down or anything like that. Just where you go up against Kenny Lofton Jr. and you're not getting like, he's not touching you, you flying into the second row. So that's all you need to do. That's the only amount of weight you need to put on.
You want to put about 30 pounds when you see Zion and Jonas Valanciunas. He's I swear to God, he's going to throw the towel in. He's probably not going to play the fourth quarter. If it comes down to it, if Jonas Valanciunas and Zion's in that damn game.
I wouldn't do it either. Giannis had the ball in his hand, was grabbing it, all of his might. Zion's like, nope. And then just took the ball in his hand. I'm like, bro. I knew at that point Zion was just different. Even I sent it to the group chat a minute ago. I'm like, it's the footage of it. I'm like, that's so crazy. Cause like Giannis just has the ball. And you know how strong Giannis is. I saw it was the video. It was like I don't know if you know who Cash Nasty is, but it's him and another guy, and they're like hitting the ball, and Cash Nasty's like huge. They're just hitting the ball while Giannis has it in the hand. It's not even moving. And you just cut, and he has the ball in his hand. Giannis just snatches out the hand and takes Giannis's with him. And then I'm like, bro, that is just Zion is just a genetic anomaly. Like just crazy. He's just there's no reason you should be able to the league is scary, bro. And then Luka's getting more athletic because he like looks like he's in basketball. Like I had Luka for MVP this season because I thought he was gonna come in the league like ready, but he had to get back in game shape. Once he got into game shape, he was crazy. But this season, I think Luka's him. Zion's even more of a him, and
And this
Pelson
guy
5.
right
Yeah,
here,
Pelson 5.
he's also him. He's
Yeah.
the him, the original him.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Imagine trading him for a older version of him that's not as good in the playoffs.
Yeah,
So
imagine this guy
but he
would not
makes
have
us better.
stepped
He
on the
makes us
line.
better. Yeah.
This guy would not have stepped on the line.
Yeah, this
for
guy doesn't wear a
game-winning
size 26 Nike, and it wouldn't have gotten a 2-point. He would have won.
This guy would not blame Joe Harris for losing. This wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's only ever got a dunk on what was it, Jakoporto. Yeah, and then make it look like as cool as he did. Brandon Ingram is him.
Speaking of guys that's not him, RJ Barrett. I know you want to get in RJ Barrett. Unfortunately, our Knicks guy isn't present.
Yeah, I was looking down my phone a lot. I was trying to see. He said I'm trying to get him to send a message and see if he still be able to join in because I know you can add participants. So I tried to give him the Skype, but if he doesn't, then that's okay. I might have to use him for something else. But you can go ahead and start talking about RJ Barrett.
Let me slander RJ before he gets in here real quick. Let me slander the Knicks real quick before he jumps in here. So while he's figuring that, everybody, I'm going to just slander the Knicks for about 3 minutes. That team is a terrible team. They're a terribly ran organization. The fans are terrible. The people in big media who are fans of them are terrible. I love Stephen A. Smith, but he's just terrible at this point.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
What's that? Spike Lee. He's hilarious to just see the pain and the suffering on his face. Absolutely hilarious. It's funny going back and watching the last time they got a first pick in the draft, and that was Patrick Ewing. Like, that is hilarious.
That was rigged. It was rigged.
It was rigged, and it's hilarious because y'all still didn't win. Y'all still didn't win. And y'all are what? The Knicks are bottom 5 for most wins in the decade. Terrible franchise. I think the Pels have more wins since their existence than the Knicks do since 2000.
Knicks are still riding high off that one championship they got before Stephen A. was even born.
Yeah, I mean, we were segregated when that happened. Sure.
That's the only time they were good.
Right, y'all can have that, I guess.
It was good when Jim Crow was still in effect. That's the only time they were good. And after that, they just the league caught up. That's all I'm gonna say. The league caught up.
So the Knicks are the poverty franchise. They're just big media. They're a big market, so no one will ever admit it. For real.
Let that team be in Kansas or something. They're out. They're not even a NBA franchise anymore.
Here's my hot take. Y'all ain't getting Donovan Mitchell. That's my take. Because we were talking about it earlier. There is, for the Jazz, there's nobody on that Jazz team that's better than Donovan Mitchell.
But Quentin Grimes, though.
Yeah,
the potential of Quentin Grimes.
Is Quentin Grimes him? Him right here?
You close?
Is there an evil red-eyed picture of Quentin Grimes?
I can make one of those.
He's not him yet. He's not there. I know there's a Donovan Mitchell one like this.
Tell me one thing that Brandon Ingram does better than Quentin Grimes.
Everything.
Play basketball.
Play basketball. Be alive. Be a person. Everything.
I'm trying to be a Knicks fan right now while we wait.
There's no one on that Jazz team that's better than Donovan Mitchell right now, and there's nobody on the Knicks team that is better than Donovan Mitchell right now. So even if I am trading Donovan Mitchell, it's well, what the hell can y'all give me? I don't want Julius Randle. You serious? No, I don't want Julius Randle.
That baby played himself.
I would love Julius Randle if he was on the last year of his contract, because I know he's going to put about 26. But if he's not the last year of his contract, I don't want Julius Randle.
Yeah, this Julius Randle with a guarantee 3 more years. So I guarantee 3 more spin around left-handed layups.
2 years, they're gonna suck, or he's gonna suck.
Yeah.
So, I'm not taking Cam Reddish, and I don't really care about getting your picks because, as we have shown, those picks will never be a first pick in the draft. So, don't Those picks are cursed. Knicks picks are cursed. So, yeah, that's my slandering, my off-topic slandering of the Knicks before the Knicks fan gets here. When he gets in here, I'm gonna act like the Knicks are a great franchise. Like
Hopefully, if he can get in here.
Oh, I love the Knicks. Oh man, it's such a
the Knicks, bro. The Knickerbockers, bro. That's my franchise. I've been A1 since day one, yo.
Oh my god. Oh, the green.
Honestly, I think
yes.
I think Julius Randle's better than Zion. Every Knicks fan last season.
Like, come on, bro.
They were so they wanted Zion, but they also thought like Julius Randle was a GOAT. So I'm like, you can't have both, right? I'm like honestly, like, what you gonna do? Put Julius Randle at the 5? Okay,
it's almost
see how good he is when you put him at the 5.
It's almost like Knicks fans don't realize that Julius Randle was here for like 2 years. Like, we know what Julius Randle is.
Yeah, we saw the highs and we saw the lows, bro. We saw the reason why Christian Wood was better than them. Why do you think more people was upset that we let go of Christian Wood and not Julius Randle?
Which I'm gonna be honest. I was on the sad train when we got rid of Julius Randle. I did like Julius Randle. He was putting up like 18 points a game when AD was having a bitch fit per usual, and I was like, you know what? This guy's gonna be pretty decent. I think he's gonna be good. And then like he leaves and it becomes an all-star. So I'm like, you know what? See, that was unnecessary.
Well, he leaves, he's trash, and then becomes an all-star.
All right. So
that first year in New York was crazy, bro. I don't think anybody liked him.
I mean, he had his one good year, and then like
they hate him. They hate him over there. Like, what did you expect? Like, honestly. I mean, like, everyone has their fluke years. Like, RJ Barrett had his fluke year last year. We shot 44% from 3.
Oh, can't say that now. RJ is the best player in the draft. You can't say that.
Hey, I'm taking not gonna lie, Nikhil looking pretty good in the Canadian League right now. So he giving him a run for his money.
Oh, we don't think the best Canadian in the league is not Andrew Wiggins or RJ. Is in fact Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
Yeah. Not even Shea.
Not even Shea. It's Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
Not even Shea. It's just Nikhil.
Daw is the best Canadian in the league. If y'all did not know.
Hey, Wiggins is close.
Ain't even close. Ain't nobody close to know.
Shay's actually really close to him too. They're like related or something.
You know what? Next background is going to be red-eyed Nikhil Alexander-Walker. In the red, it's going to be
the one where he dropped like 40 against the Clippers. Yeah, that one when he crossed up like Paul George. He crossed up somebody.
I'll put the one where he dropped like 3 the next game.
I have a picture of him like this, where he just like what happened to my shot?
When he got put back on the bench for 95% of the game for the next game.
So I was like, who turned the sliders up? All the Lonzo stands was getting mad at us for not liking Nah, because Nah would go off for 30 and then he dropped 5. But I'm like, that's the same thing Zoe does.
That's exactly what I
Zoe does the same thing.
I was gonna put up 30 and be like, oh, he's finally hit the corner, and then he put up 6. It's like,
you ever seen the unspoken Riz and like the sexual harassment and the unspoken Riz memes?
Yeah.
You have to be like unspoken Riz, Lonzo's play style with the Bulls, sexual harassment, Lonzo's play style with the Pelicans. Or the Office meme. We want you to see the difference between these 2 photos. It's the same photo. Lonzo plays the exact same way he did with the Bulls, if not even worse, because at least Lonzo was a top 2 option to get to pass the ball to. This man is like the 4th or 3rd option, bro. He gets the ball, he got to pass it up. LaVine taking the ball. DeRozan's a better half court playmaker than Lonzo. He's taking the ball, so I mean, like, he's the exact same play style. They were just winning. Right, they were winning. Okay, y'all won so much that everybody on your team got COVID and you couldn't make it past the first round. Like, I'm a DeMar DeRozan fan, but like, come on, man. All these Lonzo fans is getting on our head, but I'd rather watch Nah break 100 shots than watch Lonzo make 50, because Lonzo looks like how I imagine the first ever AI robot, iRobot to play basketball. Is like, there's nothing before. He's like Kawhi, but just not Kawhi. He's just
not
so fundamental. Not interesting. Honestly, he's like the prototype wing player. He's like He plays like NBA Live 19. Honestly,
It's
that's
like
his play style.
it's just weird because like he's not anything like. Like I'll go watch his college highlights every now and I'll be like, why the hell did this Lonzo not translate? Like what happened?
Cause the Lakers stunted his growth. Everybody in this, honestly though, if he didn't have LeVar, much as LeVar is the GOAT, LeVar, LeVar is the funniest man I've seen. Dad in whatever you call it in the NBA world, but like all that pressure put on him going to the Lakers. Magic Johnson saying, "Yeah, his jersey's gonna be in the rafters one day." I'm like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's no pressure on him. Not even the first overall pick. My boy Markel was, and bro, those
That's
first two picks right there. Those first two picks right there. I'm gonna make a Markel Fultz video that's coming out soon. Um, those first two picks had so much like. I'm not even a Lonzo Ball hater. They just had so much, things going against them in the beginning, which kind of stunted their growth. You see the situation Donovan Mitchell was at. That's already a whole better situation than what everybody else was in. Or was Donovan Mitchell in that draft class, or was he in? Yeah, he was in 2017, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That was the only
Wait.
draft class to not produce a rookie of the year. It's the first ever time that happened. Yeah. Ben Simmons got it. Remember? No, Ben
Oh
Simmons
yeah,
got
Ben
it.
Simmons did get it.
Ben
Yeah.
Simmons won it.
Oh,
First.
Ben
That
Simmons
was
Ben
horrible.
Simmons was like a 4-year senior at the time. He's
Honestly,
winning.
that man just got a not going to LSU classes. Like that boy had an 8.5 GPA.
Like
That man didn't even show up. That's crazy. But I kind of got sidetracked. We was talking about RJ Barrett, and we started talking about players that are better than RJ Barrett, and I just got sidetracked. RJ Barrett wants his money. Yeah, oh yeah. Shout out Lonzo. He found his role as a role player, not a superstar.
Exact same role as him being the starter, the guy. I know
Does not
Lonzo
have more
right
potential
now.
than LaMelo. If you watch the way they play, Lonzo is the most fundamentally he just plays weird. You watch like I was talking about in the group chat. You watch De'Aaron Fox and you watch even Markel with the ball in their hands. Their handles are so crisp and clean, like they've been playing basketball for their entire life. Him and Pascal play like they've been only playing for since they're 16. And the thing is, Pascal has only been playing since he was 16, so he has a reason to be a little stiff with it. Kawhi had no offensive ability until he was like 25, so there's a reason why he's stiff with it. Lonzo, you've been playing the game since you was a kid. I know LeVar was putting you in the little the toy hoops.
As a guard, he was always a
That's what I'm
guard.
saying. He was a guard too. The one person you need to be smooth with the ball is a guard. He's so, like you see players like Patrick Beverly get under their skin because bro, this man be making the most fundamental between the legs. He's like everything, all of his attributes are just fundamental. This, that. That's why he's the best in a catch and shoot situation or transition situation, which is the same thing the Pelicans were doing. We just had a horrible coach. Would I like to see Lonzo Ball back on the team?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hey,
No.
running point guard. Hey, the
His
defense.
knee doesn't work right now.
Oh,
no.
All right, listen. I'm talking about Lonzo before his knee, before he just couldn't recover from injuries. Somebody put that man in a hyperbolic time chamber because he's not recovering from whatever injury. Like he got the surgery, he's not healing.
He doesn't have the Wolverine healing factor. It's just not present.
It just kind of sucks right now. Hopefully he gets better. I wish his stands nothing but the worst though. They're the most worst stands I've ever seen in my life. Like honestly.
I remember one told me like, "Oh, the Pelicans made the worst mistake of their lives. Y'all should have been playing him more." I'm like, "He was a starting guard. What more do you want?"
Should have been playing him more. Put the ball in his hands, bro. Pelicans made the biggest mistake. Dog, he's the guard. He gets the ball. He don't have to pass it. Like honestly.
He doesn't have to pass it. He just did.
They're acting like Stan Van Gundy's like, hey Lonzo, get the ball for 2.5 seconds and pass it out. Because I don't want you to
get it back. And if you do get it back, shoot it and miss it.
Yeah. Pass the ball and don't ask for it back. Yeah, because all those times Lonzo Ball just passed the ball and then just quarter set, like, yeah, that's what Stan was. That probably might have been what Stan was telling him to get a shot, but like, we're not gonna act like he wasn't bricking some of those open threes that he was getting. If he was really Steph Curry with a 4-inch vertical, that man should have been averaging 30-something points and 16 rebounds. I don't even know. I don't even care. He should have been averaging 30-some points if he had the shot we was talking about. But we fixed the shot. We made him him. Not me, Fred. He made him him.
His mental's still off though. That was the biggest thing for me. Yeah. I think the only thing holding him back was the Lakers' mental block, and it still was here. It still is there. It's a little gone now. I think his brother. So I thought he would be better than his brother, like if everything went right for him, but it didn't. So now
he's better than he better than his brother.
Oh, yeah, Leangelo, sure.
I was going to say Jello. He better than Jello.
Yeah, Jello, sure. Not Melo.
Shop himself. That man balling in the G League though. That man goated. He's so goated he couldn't get another contract.
Put up 30 a game, they're still not gonna give him a contract. I just don't know why.
I don't know, to be honest either. That's kind of a weird situation. You'd think they'd like kind of cater to LaMelo because he's your star player, but
I mean, considering that Miles Bridges just effectively deleted himself, or Michael, it's Miles, yes, Miles. Miles Bridges effectively deleted himself from the NBA. So why don't you go ahead and get the poor man's Miles Bridges in Angelo Ball? He can do just about the same thing.
That's the poorest man. The poorest.
He's just not as athletic, but like
not even close.
He'll play some defense for you, not as good as Miles, and
he doesn't hit women.
He doesn't drink lean on the weekends either. So
that was lemonade, bro. What you drink?
Sure, all right.
That's a purple
lemonade was this color. Yeah, sure. It's definitely lemonade.
That was but some apple cider. I don't.
That was his Pedialyte.
That was Pedialyte. Helps his ball. That was. No, but for real, yeah. Pretty much, he does the same thing. Got a better shot, better IQ. That man went to China, stole some glasses, bro. You're rich. Why are you stealing glasses from China? It's not real.
Anyway, bro, like you was
honestly, he probably would have been a lot better if he just went to college and just none of that happened. He probably would have got drafted though. Jello was never as good as LaMelo, and like he's like a poor man's like Carmelo. Like he's like he plays like old Carmelo, but not as good, honestly. He don't play defense, and
he's the homeless man, absolute homeless.
He's the homeless man.
He's the dirty. Did I do that? I didn't even want to do that joke. That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. What? I didn't have to say Delonte West. That's why I said it. Because Delonte West.
Delonte West. With or after or before the Mark Cuban intervention?
It doesn't matter. He's in the same spot. It doesn't matter.
Because he's finna be in the Drew League in a couple of days. Delonte West is like, he's okay now.
Oh, bro, you see the video, man? That man is back on the street, bro.
He's back on the street?
He's back on the street, bro. He's back on the street. Like, it like just came out there, like, he was like, yeah, sometimes I actually forget that I was in the NBA. And I'm like, I don't know how the hell you forget that, bro. I don't know what you on. I feel like
LeBron better go help his dad out because that's kind of disrespectful. I ain't not helping him out.
He's not gonna help his dad out, bro.
Yeah, my gosh, that man. Top 10 times LeBron has fought his teammates. It just comes to nothing.
It was all the.
What's that story about LeBron having to be sedated after a game? I don't. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard, bro. Like Skip always be talking about that. I'm like, bro.
Gilbert Arenas and Delonte West, probably top 5 worst teammates ever.
Latrell Sprewell is probably a top 10 worst person who have coached, like a worst, like a player.
Getting choked out by your player isn't, the funnest thing on the
court. So I got to feed my family after turning down the contract and got paid less money.
Chokes his coach out. So shout out to Knicks though. Doesn't seem like Knicks fans showing up.
Oh yeah, we'll get them next time.
We'll get them next time. So we'll put a pin in the RJ situation.
Yeah. Do you pay him the same amount of money you're paying players like John Morant, Darius Garland? Let me finish. Zion Williamson, Rui Hachimura. I don't even know why. Rui ain't even got a bag yet. Honestly, though, hot take. You thought I was gonna say Rui is better than RJ. I was this close to saying it, but I didn't want the hate. I'm not acting like Knicks fans watch this video. They don't.
They don't.
I posted this in a Reddit to see who joined, And then someone said, "Yeah, I just watched your videos. It's really true that everybody just be making podcasts now." It kind of hurt the heart right there. You know, the Knicks fans kind of hurt. I didn't even. So I don't even care about you. You know what? Okay, yeah. Send them to Seattle. Send them to Seattle. I don't even like Knicks fans anymore, to be honest with you. I always found myself leaning towards more Brooklyn Nets fans. That's not even a lie, though. To be honest with you, like 2018 Brooklyn Nets was it. That was the wave. Then KD and Kyrie came in and like, just delete everything.
Shout out New Jersey Nets. I refer to them as New Jersey Nets until further
Shout
notice.
out Richard Jefferson. Shout out Sean Kemp. Wait, what am I talking about?
Shout out Jason Kidd. Those times.
Jason Kidd, yeah. Who else? Kenyon Martin, not Sean Kemp. Kenyon Martin. I don't know how I got them confused. They both can dunk. That's the similarity.
They both can dunk.
They both can dunk.
As so the other 99% of the NBA players.
Ricky Rubio exists. Ricky Rubio
and CP3 exist.
Hey,
CP3 can dunk though.
Did he catch a lob in the last All-Star game?
Like he can do it. He just doesn't.
That's that vegan diet. I wouldn't either, bro. He definitely can't do it now after you forgot he's 37. Man could make a simple pull-up jumper after the Pelicans series.
He's point guard, man.
That man used all of his energy in that Pelicans
series.
I
ain't never seen a player get gassed like that. Like
that man played like he had nothing but the Gatorade symbol on his like on the bottom of his feet, bro. That was crazy.
Perpetual just death for him the entire next series.
I don't blame him though. What's his face?
He did what he had to. I mean, it is what it is. It'll be much worse for him to lose in the first round to the Pels than, Shout out CP3 point guard.
Yeah. I guess, man. Hopefully he can pass Aiden and just give him the ball sometimes and just not just.
Hopefully
Monty can run up some plays for him.
Hopefully he requests a trade from Pelicans. I want him home. I always wanted him home. I want him back.
Who,
Bring him back. You're talking about goddamn Lonzo Ball back. No. Fuck him. Let's bring back Chris Paul.
We tried. He didn't want to come back.
That's fine.
Him and Kyle Lowry. They said nope. Hey, I'm happy we didn't get Kyle Lowry, bro.
Well, Kyle Lowry is a overweight. He's more overweight than Raymond Felton right now. He's a fatter Raymond Felton. And I didn't think that was possible.
No, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Even what's his face said something. Even Eric Spoelstra and like Pat Riley said something about it. They said, yeah, we gotta work on his conditioning. I'm like, that's crazy. He should have stayed.
Dude is like 36. What conditioning is there to work on? He should know the game, bro. Like he's been here, done that. Honestly though, ever since like DeMar left, he's low key been kind of just kicking his feet up, sipping Mai Tais.
Yeah, and then got homeboy gone. Send him to the Bulls.
Because let's be honest, he was selling in that championship run too. He definitely was selling in that finals game.
Everybody was besides Kawhi and Pascal and what's his face?
Fred VanVleet was not selling. I was so happy that he wasn't selling.
Fred VanVleet was good that series. That's the reason why he got the bag the next year. Pascal wasn't selling either. He was inconsistent, but when he was on, he was good. Marc Gasol, bro. I remember the Lakers got Marc Gasol. Was it last year? And they thought he was gonna be like the prime guy. Bro, oh my god, it's all coming back because I remember how hyped they was for Marc Gasol. I had like a Lakers fan who was my friend. He's like, oh yeah, the league is finished. We got Marc Gasol. Imagine LeBron passing, like driving and kicking out to Marc Gasol, Anthony Davis. Then like Anthony Davis had his career low 3-point percentage. Dennis Schroeder forgot to play basketball. And Marc Gasol just
Marc Gasol like 43,000 years old.
He couldn't offensively. I knew it was sad when they got happy by Damian Jones, bro. They got Andre Drummond, and they talk about that was a big signing.
They had Dwight Howard on that team too. They were happy about that. Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard in the 2020s. I mean, that's a new love of life.
Yeah, it's not
bring Dwight Howard. Bring Dwight Howard to the Pels. I'm for it.
Prime Dwight Howard. That boy was better than Giannis defensively. He also had better hops, to be honest with you. Prime Dwight Howard would be crazy in the current day NBA. Imagine actually like letting him dribble.
He's Imagine actually letting him dribble.
Imagine him doing the exact opposite that Monty does and just calling a bunch of post-ups and like actually putting the ball in the person's hands. Because Stan Van Gundy coached that team. That's what he was trying to get Zion to be.
He was trying to get him.
Okay, yeah. Zion ain't got nothing. Defensively, he ain't got nothing on Dwight Howard in his prime. If Zion gets a prime Dwight Howard, the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, the league is cooked.
Let's wrap it up. The league is over.
The league is cooked. I'm not even saying that like I'm a Dwight Howard stan. I'm just like, that Dwight Howard was the best center in the league until like Boogie came. Like,
people be forgetting. Y'all motherfuckers be forgetting who the hell Dwight Howard was on the old days. I'm telling y'all, that boy was nice.
Mm-hmm.
He was still nice when he got traded to, where did he go? He went to the Rockets?
Houston?
Yeah, he was still nice when he went there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in that Lakers stint. He just had the injuries, the back problem, and playing with what's his face? That dude not Steve Nash, the dude who played like Michael Jordan but ain't Michael Jordan. You know what I'm talking about? The Mamba. Yeah. I don't know. I should have been a way better team. Honestly though, if they at least made the playoffs unlike Westbrook, I can't say that before you try to beat me up. Anthony Day-to-Day Davis and LaMickey, like
Anthony Day-to-Day Davis.
LaMickey playing in the Drew League right now, going him and DeRozan played against a bunch of nobody. I'm not gonna call them nobodies because they're probably like D1 athletes, like they're not nobodies, but like they're not like NBA like players, like they're not LeBron James or DeMar DeRozan. What I'm trying to say, and they almost lost the game. They only won by 2 points. DeMar DeRozan played like garbage. DeMar DeRozan must have still thought this was the playoffs because he froze up. That man did not move for 20 minutes. It was crazy. LeBron missed a clutch free throw, bro. I'm not trying to be Skip Bayless, but LeBron, how you missing free throws in the Drew League, though? I think the rim is even closer or something. They got.
It's a high school gym, bro.
It's a high school gym. The 3-point line is like right next to the basket.
Like you might as well just reach over and just put the ball in, bro.
Just space jam it. Just throw it off the backboard and just catch it. Who's stopping you? They're all normal sized people. Not normal size, but they're all like 6'5", like 6'7" max. Like LeBron's a 06 now. He's probably taller than the center that they had. So I'm like,
he's faster and stronger than him too.
Exactly. So I'm like, that's unfortunate.
Everybody's like, oh, he dropped 42. Like, yeah, I would expect him to drop 42 points.
Bro, what's his face? Played for the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard dropped 92.
Yeah, literally.
And then Trey Burke.
Malachi Flynn put him like 73.
Malachi Flynn, Malachi Flynn's just, I don't like him. I'm a Delonte Banton. Like, they should just go for Malachi Flynn. Doesn't do anything on the court besides score. Honestly, I don't see nothing else. He's like Fred VanVleet, bootleg Fred VanVleet. They got a bootleg version of him. And why have the bootleg version when you have the real version? Effort. Exactly. He don't even try. Delonte at least tries, and he's also, a 6'9" guard, so you can't go wrong with that. I just also like tall guards. That's the way the NBA is going, and that's the way the Toronto Raptors are going, bro.
All right, yeah. You like tall guards when our starting point guard is going to be Jared Harper, 5'10" short king.
Starting point guard. You mean Dyson Daniels? You mean Najee? PG Najee going to be going crazy.
If Najee Marshall is the starting point guard at any point this season, I will personally hire a sniper.
That would have to mean our whole point guard lineup. I think they probably play Zion at point guard for Najee right now, the way things are going.
Bro, it's Najee. Najee probably I can imagine he has this charm about him that will make coach be like, all right, fine. I'll let
all right, fine, Najee. You can go ahead and slide him.
Like, I guess coach is probably like, yeah, Dodge, you're not playing the summer league. He was like, oh, come on, coach. Like, I really want to play. Like, I just want to hoop. Like, he's like, all right, fine. He's like a dog. You can't fucking say no to his ass.
Najee's in there with his 15 turnover. Hey, get out the game. Get out the game. You're cut. The Pelicans just traded you mid-game for a pick. Bro, Najee kind of plays like Kuzma sometimes, bro. Not gonna lie.
Like a damn idiot. Yeah. Like a damn idiot.
He plays like a not as good version of. I'm not gonna actually, to be honest, bro. Hey, who you taking, Kuzma or you taking Najee? Taking Kuz. Not gonna lie, I said that I'm taking Kuz.
I'm taking WNBA tickets.
I'm trying to go see the LA.
I don't want to see any of them. I don't want to see.
I'm gonna do this. We need to do high take like this, like who you taking? Like there's 2 players that you wouldn't even take. Son, that's crazy.
The 2K still have the blacktop mode because I low key might install 2K tonight just to put Kyle Kuzma versus Najee Marshall in blacktop. It's gonna be the worst blacktop game ever.
Najee Marshall kind of cold in 2K, bro. I dropped 52 on my friend's head with him. Cause he kept on dissing him, talking how he was trash and stuff. I'm like, you right, but I'm gonna still drop this.
Yeah, but I'm gonna show you.
So I'm like, I was talking because he's also a Pelicans fan. He was on here, Chiro. It was like talking about like we be talking, and he be saying, who you picking, Kyra or Najee? And I'd be joking around. So I'm like, I'm a Najee stan. You know, I'm picking Najee. But Kyra was a close second. I really think I said some stupid stuff like, yeah, Kyra got more potential than Zion Williamson. He's like, huh? I'm like, yeah, bro, we can go run it right now. I'm dropping 50 with one of them. And he's like, okay, that's a bet. And I dropped 50 with one of them. I didn't be serious. When it comes to Kyra and Najee, like, no one can take me seriously on the takes I say about him. I said Kyra had generational John Wall type prowess in Bama, which I saw one highlight and I thought he was the next John Morant. I didn't even scout. I just saw him make one athletic layup. I'm like, he's him.
Yep.
He's the guy.
That's John. Right
Which,
there.
to be honest, is how most scouts be scouting their players. So to be honest, I could be an NBA scout. Watch one highlight and say, "Oh yeah, he got that dog in him." Honestly, Kyra Lewis has impressed me defensively. I thought he was going to be a non-negative defensively, but he's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be Devontae Graham defensively, but clearly not.
No, definitely not, bro. Devontae Graham is just crazy. Give Kyra that shot, though.
Devontae Graham has been 2 years away from being 2 years away defensively forever.
So he just came in the league really old, and just when you come in the league that old, you just can't really develop that much further.
Like,
I wish he would have stayed at MIP. I don't know what happened. He fell off, bro. As soon as Ingram won the award, he's like, I'm not trying anymore.
I'm not trying anymore.
I'm done. Then LaMelo came and like, okay, I didn't want to be on the team anymore. You got to get traded to the team that you lost the dude you lost the MIP with, and now he's just all sad and stuff. Now my dog's barking because he's even agreeing right now that
he's pissed off about it too. He's seen the damn Devontae Graham bricks. He's seen it. It's that too.
See, when I start talking about the game winner though, let them be quiet. Look how they switch up.
We don't talk about braids taken out of his head, unbraided Devontae Graham and game winning Devontae Graham. We don't talk about it though.
Everybody gotta take their braids out. Him and Ingram, when they take their braids out, are just top 10 players in the league.
You have your braids out. You dropping 30 right now on the NBA court?
What do you think Zion don't have? If I see Zion with braids, I'm crying.
I think I felt when I saw James Winston with braids. Like, yes.
Like, I saw James Harden with braids. That was crazy.
It didn't work for him because he has a beard. It counteracts it. Too much hair going on.
Yeah, bro, I want to see Kevin Durant with braids.
If James Harden shaves his beard off, he's dropping 63.3 points a game for the whole season. Promise.
Yeah. I could agree with that.
The beard's a source of power. It's also taking power from him too.
No, what's taking power is them honey buns. Like,
well, him and Kyle Lowry on the same diet, so.
Yeah. Son, I don't. Yeah, they make fun of Zion. They make fun of Zion for it. But James Harden just gets the good end of the stick.
James Harden, Luka Doncic, and Kyle Lowry all showed up fat fucks at the beginning of the season, and like no one cared. Like, all right, but Zion, all right. Zion,
yeah. Zion does it. Zion bad. See, once you build up a reputation in the league, you just can't escape it anymore. Zion can look just like that guy. Your background right there, and people are still gonna be making Zion fat jokes to the end of time. Like Zion probably right now is probably like 260, 270. And people are still gonna be calling him Zio Beast or something like that. Man look as skinny as Luka. I don't know what else you want from him, bro. He's like they want him to be John Morant. Not everybody can be John. Why would you even want to be John Morant? I mean, I'd want to be John Morant, but like, I'd want to be John Morant. Honestly, bro, I'd be okay being Dennis Smith Jr. Like, hey, hops are hops.
Yeah, well.
If I'm Dennis Smith Jr. and I got actually basketball skill, it's game over because he's more. He had 2 ACLs. That's all I gotta say. He had 2 ACLs. That's crazy. That had never been happening.
Dang, they out there just doing work at your crib, cuz. This out there doing work in your crib, huh? They just tearing it up now.
That dog going crazy.
Tearing it up enough. Anything else we got on the agenda today? I can't remember.
We talked about Summer League. We talked about the players. Honestly, with you, we talked about Knicks. Son, I'm gonna use this Knicks thumbnail, and we talk about the Knicks for approximately like 5 minutes, bro.
5 minutes.
That's crazy. No Knicks fan today. I'm still gonna use that thumbnail though.
This is a very free-flowing episode. There's just not a lot going on in the NBA right now.
Honestly, though, this is where it starts getting dry, and please let another big trade happen. Please let Rudy Gobert get traded for like, I don't know, like Patrick Beverly, like Jared Vanderbilt, a couple 8 picks, something like that.
Undo the trade. Trade everything back.
Undo the trade and then do the Karl D. Towns, Anthony Edwards for Kevin Durant trade. And I want to see that.
Wait a minute. Whoa, we didn't know Kevin Durant was available. Hold on. Whoa. Cancel that.
Cancel it. They just take Rudy Gobert's jersey back.
The same package, but for KD.
Yeah, you got to throw in Anthony Edwards. You got a done deal. Bro, Kevin Durant is like the most overhyped player of all time right now, honestly. Like, I'm not trading my entire future for a guy who don't even want to be. Let's be honest, he don't want to go to like 2 teams.
Yeah,
the Warriors
the
and
one
Phoenix.
team for each conference. That's the 2 teams. Both ones.
Honestly, if I'm the Bucks, I'm trading Chris Middleton for him though, and I'm a Chris Middleton stan, but that's unfair. Why don't you just go pair up with Dame? Because you pair up with Dame, it's not gonna be as bad because everybody be congratulating you. It'd probably be like he's finna go same Dame legacy. He'd actually have to work with Dame though.
Dame got help. Finally.
That's what I'm saying. Jeremy Grant just don't exist.
Even though he has CJ, well, we're not gonna talk about that.
Hey, there's tiers with this, bro. There's CJ, there's Dame, and there's Didi. Yeah. And Kevin Durant isn't in any of those tiers. Just Didi's on top. I ain't never seen Kevin Durant stop Luka for approximately like 3.5 seconds. So
I haven't seen KD win a ring in Summer League. So yeah, he's really
that's what I'm saying. Honestly though, we talking about real rings, bro. Honestly though, I think this might put Didi in all-time point guard rankings up there with like Magic and Steph Curry. I think he's better than Chris Paul right now. Prime Didi.
Prime Didi. Aliens pointing the death beam at Earth. Need a shot right now. I want Didi.
I want Prime Didi when he was on the illegal drugs that he was on. Illegal steroids.
I want steroided up Didi for the Pelicans.
How you get on steroids and got skinnier? I don't get that though. He got skinnier.
The dude played 2 minutes a game on steroids. Like, was that worth it, bro?
It really won't though. He was probably hoping no one would check. And then when he becomes a random all-star in the next season, no one would care.
Okay, well, wait a minute.
Didi on the Pelicans is just a 2-way threat. Why even take steroids, Didi? Like, what is that even? What is it gonna do? It's just gonna turn to. I don't know who it turned him to. It's gonna turn him to Matisse Thybulle Max. Like, he's still not gonna get better at the game of basketball. He's gonna get more energy. He's gonna
get taller slightly.
Slightly taller. 6'7" DD.
Shout out to the NBA, man. I think we covered all the bases today.
Yeah, honestly, to be honest with you,
the bases that were not planned.
The bases right here. This is the bases right here. If you can see, it says RJ and Summer League. That's RJ and the top picks. We talked about the top picks. I mean, what else? Dyson Daniels. Oh, yeah, he was great in the 2 minutes.
Yeah,
who else? Jeremy Sochan was great. Talk about Jaden Hardy. Just let you do your thing, bro. Talk about Jaden Hardy. Do your thing.
Jaden Hardy is the greatest point guard of all time, as I said. All right, there you go.
The great. Hey, he got next. Jalen Brunson was good to me.
I told y'all that man was gonna be nice.
Hey, I was with you. I don't know. He only slipped down because he shot 38% from the field, bro. Son, Westbrook shoots that same percentage, he gets the MVP. Jaden Hardy does it. He doesn't get drafted in the first round. Double standards. They hate to see a black man win.
It's all fun and games until Jaden Hardy, the Jaden that's not named Ivy, is on the court. It's all fun. Jaden Ivey's off the go. He's also the greatest point guard of all time.
Oh yeah, and Jalen Duren, bro. Jalen Duren is crazy good, bro. Him and Isaiah Stewart was hitting some threes. I'm like, where was that last season? I was watching the Pistons games. Where was that? He showed all this fighting LeBron and stuff like that. I could have used some of that. I could use some of them 3-point shots so we wouldn't have got beat by LeBron. I'm saying we like I was on the court, but I basically was. I was Cade Cunningham. I am Cade Cunningham.
I can't tell because I just got off the court, but I was in fact Cade Cunningham.
I was Cade. Yeah, I was.
Asmani Jing looked like shit.
Oh no! I can't even compare the two. Our pick versus them. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna say that he's good just for the fact that I want the Knicks fans to get mad. Because I know Knicks fans ain't watching him. So I'm gonna tell them, yeah, he dropped 34. Look at his averages, and when they see like the 8.5 averages, they're gonna be bamboozled.
Yeah,
it's all about the eye test.
He didn't even average more than Daquan Plowden, right? It's just Daquan played like 16 minutes of total summer league time.
Keegan Murray looked like, Keegan Murray. I always say
Keegan
he was
Murray
like
was MVP. Shout out.
Yeah.
Disrespected GOAT.
Yeah. Jaden Ivey's still better, but at least people weren't going out to step on his freaking ankles.
Does Jaden Ivey have an MVP? Does Jaden Ivey have rings? So no,
okay.
I think so. DD and Keegan Murray.
Keegan Murray didn't even get the ring. Keegan Murray got a whole Dirk situation. That man just got the MVP and then dipped. It may even make it to the championship.
Shout out to
it was the Knicks, bro. We could have had Quentin Grimes get the Finals MVP for Don't let Quentin Grimes got it because they would have been like, oh, his trade stock is through the roof. Quentin Grimes is the THT of the East. Honestly,
I don't even know why I can't even put a name to his face. I'm gonna hurry and look him up. I can imagine.
He's not as bad as THT.
Exactly like I thought. Yep.
He's not as bad as THT. I swear, I'm not any Knicks fan to listen to. He is better than THT. He has better potential, but I mean, he's not. I'm trading Donovan Mitchell. If they give me an offer sheet and Utah's okay with trading him for that, I'm trading Obi. I'm trying to keep Obi. I'm trying to sneak in Julius Randle. Just sneak him in there and be like, Julius Randle, and hopefully they don't notice and they sign it and be like, I gotcha.
Guess what? No take backsies. You gotta keep it.
Take backsies. You gotta keep him. Julius Randle in Utah, bro. Imagine, bro, what the Knicks fans are saying. Imagine what the Utah people are gonna be saying. He gonna retire.
There's just places that I associate with career death. I think Utah is just one of those places. You get sent to Utah, you just got sent to the most obscure fucking place on the planet. Like, you are going to have your career dead.
I said the same thing with the Knicks too, bro. This man escaped one day.
It's New York. At least New York would be a fun place to be at. Like, you're goddamn Utah. Like, NBA YoungBoy went to Utah to get away from crime. Like, he's just chilling in Utah.
Rudy Gobert was like the only person I seen in recent history. Look, bro, even Pat Bev was like, "Hey, we finna win or what? Because if not, hey, trade me." I'm like, dang, you don't even want to enjoy the nice crops of Utah?
No, he does not. He don't want to enjoy the salt of a Salt Lake. No.
The Jazz though, the Jazz in Utah is the best.
Yeah, so really. The time Louis Armstrong was born and raised in Utah and created jazz in Utah, that was fantastic.
You gotta love it.
I love that for Utah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what else it would be though. Utah Lakes. Utah's just a boring place, bro. How are they like? Why do they have the NBA team? Why do they have an NBA team?
Just think about this. They're college. Utah, what is it? Utah Well, I say BYU because they're in Utah. They're named after a person. That's how boring they are. They're just named after somebody else.
Bro, bring Vancouver Grizzlies back, bro. I don't know, make them the Vancouver Huskies for all I care. Or have a team in Vancouver.
Turn them to the Memphis Young Dogs. I don't know, just anything. Just anything.
The Memphis Young Dogs. Send them to the NBA G League Young Boys.
Like just anything other than the goddamn Memphis Grizzlies.
Send them to the Birmingham Squadron.
Yeah, turn the Grizzlies to the Birmingham Squadron, please. Send John Morant to the G League.
Send John Morant to the G League. Call John Morant up on a two-way. Just call all. There's only who's the only person you calling up for the starting five besides John Morant? Nobody.
Desmond Bain in a weird way.
How's it?
Well, JJJ.
Over Valanciunas?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, JJJ was looking sus in the playoffs. Valanciunas wasn't better, but like Jaren Jackson Jr. is so like, bro, that man cannot keep his hands off these dudes, bro. That man be fouling every 5 seconds, bro. That is actually
maybe Summer League would have been good for him. 10 fouls allotted in Summer League. Oh, goodness gracious. That's a dream for JJJ. Even Dylan Brooks, too. Me and my roommate have this joke about Dylan Brooks that he's an absolute fucking maniac and that the guy is just evil. He's going to kill you on the court. He wants to kill you. He's a psychopath. And I do think that Dylan Brooks. He looks like one. He looks like someone who...
Evil Danny Green. He's an evil Danny Green.
He looks like he will bite your ear off on the court. Like... So, shout out to Dylan Brooks.
Honestly, though. I mean, not really a shout out to Dylan Brooks because I don't really mess. He broke the code. He broke the code.
Really, not really shout out to Dylan Brooks. It's an unshout out to Dylan Brooks.
He broke the code, man. How you gonna shout out someone who broke the code? That broke the code thing was the funniest thing. That thing made like that. That broke the code in the what is it, the thing memes with the fingers. What is Utah doing? I don't know. Don't ask me.
Shout out to Brian Windhorst.
Jared Vanderbilt is their star player right now. I'm calling it out. Jared Vanderbilt, MIP season. Let me go ahead and say this while I'm right. Like, I'm going to just be right one time. You're going to be like, hey, remember when you said Jared Vanderbilt, MIP? Yeah, I remember. Patrick Beverly, Defensive Player of the Year. Just start saying stuff.
And before we wrap it out. It's almost midnight. As you can tell, I'm getting a little wired. Shout out to Pacers legend. What's his name? God damn it.
Benedict Mathurin?
No.
Oh.
The other Pacers legend. DeAndre Ayton. Yep, that one. Shout out to Pacers legend. DeAndre Ayton is kind of like Carmelo for the Hawks. Hawks legend Carmelo. That's really how.
Bro, I remember that, bro. That was funny. They both made out like in 2 seconds.
That was like that, or like Grizzlies Eric Bledsoe. Like it's the legendary folks. I said Pacers would be team number 1, and I said Spurs, and the Pacers proved me right. However, the stinking Suns decided, well, Kelvin, that was cool that you were right for about 5 hours, but we're going to have to just break that up. So
man, I was so hyped for it, too.
I almost had my 5 minutes of fame. It was there. I almost had it.
Yeah. I'm still riding with it. Hopefully they sign and trade him later. Miles Turner is finally free to not be on the trade block after 14 years of being in the league.
Oh,
this man went into the league and was already in the trade block.
That is true.
Yeah.
I hope
sad
life.
I hope
his boy Brogdon's gone now. It's literally just
him. His boy Brogdon. Brogdon never passed that guy the ball. I highly doubt
never passed that guy the ball.
Yeah, Brogdon was looking for his own shot most of the times. He was in Indiana. Brogdon, honestly, though, Brogdon, honestly, playmaking wise, kind of fell off after the Bucks because after that, he's like, I'm on the Pacers. Who am I passing to? Who am I passing to? Yeah,
like Paul George, y'all? Like, no.
He's Paul George, but just not Paul
Do I
George.
look like Danny Granger? Do I look like prime Victor Oladipo? No.
Man, they wish he was prime Victor Oladipo. Bro, prime Victor Oladipo and that bubble squad would have been goated, bro. They would have been better than the Miami Heat team, honestly. I remember the longest time the Pacers was just mid, but just not good. Like, they were just mid. They weren't good enough, but they weren't uber. They were good enough to make the playoffs and be a decent seed, but just not good enough to do anything else besides that. I thought Victor Oladipo would bring him over the hump. He did, and then he didn't.
Oh, not good enough.
Now he's a Houston
Granger,
Rockets legend, though.
shout out to him, 2K14 legend. If you know, you know. Most unstoppable player in all of 2K history.
Honestly, though. Well, what's his face? I forgot his name. Not Hito Turkoglu. Bro, I just know I forgot his name, bro. I have to get back on with that. But I remember this man was overpowered in 2K. So if you wasn't using the Lakers or the Miami Heat back in the old 2Ks, you wasn't winning. What team was you using?
Surely wasn't the Bucks. Oh God.
He wasn't the. I'm using
No.
2013.
I can't say that. 2K8, I was rolling with the Hornets. I was. That team was cold. That team was nice.
I was rolling with Wiggins back in 2K16. So 2K16 was crazy. 2K14, like I said, if you wasn't using the Heat, the cover athlete LeBron, you was thrown off. You was thrown off.
You was thrown off.
Honestly, there's no reason why you wasn't using that Heat team. Like, the Lakers.
I had to employ. All right, we're not playing with so and so teams. We're not doing it.
That's what I'm saying. It's all balanced until you just get LeBron and you get like freaking what's his face, Birdman, all of them. You get Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, all going crazy, like bro.
And to finish it off, Ray Allen's gonna put a couple threes in your damn face.
Ray Allen's always been overpowered in 2K because people just forget he exists. So in current 2Ks, players like Ray Allen are so overpowered because their AI just likes to switch off quarter sitters because they just get bored, which is like, I guess it's accurate. They just get off of them and they're like, up, corner three, get the ball, and it's just game.
Green bean.
Honestly, though, I wish we can go back to 2K8, even though I never played 2K8.
Play 2K8, man. 2K8 was a pivotal time in my life.
Yeah,
that was the first
on the GameCube.
What did I have that for? I had it for 360.
You must forgot who I am, bro. Well, probably not. I was an NBA Live kid, bro.
I was too. I used to play NBA Live 02, and I remember it vividly. I don't know why they did not call reaching foul. So there was a button that you can push. You can push people. I would get the Spurs and have Tim Duncan just pushing every player, getting the ball, and then dunking. I would score like 200 points with that, man. It's insane.
I played NBA Live all the way up to like 18.
I got 19 hard. Though. NBA Live 08 was hard.
It was.
I used to have that one. I used to be shoot with Paige Swacker in the 3-point contest.
Last year it got so bad. I did hop on NBA 19. I did go buy NBA 19, NBA Live 19, and go play it because 2K21 was just wasn't cutting it anymore. I had some fun, but like those animations are so corny, bro. Animations are. It's like smooth, but not smooth. The HUD is really good, but it's like they're smooth, but they're so robotic. Just combine the companies, bro. Honestly, bro. There's aspects of each game that they need to take from each other. I want a more realistic 2K, not the freaking Curry Slide Simulator that we got.
Curry Slide Simulator. Curry Slide Simulator and the non-existent paint defense.
Yeah, I try to make centers in the game, but it's kind of hard. I make Bam Adebayo centers. They don't work. Ben Wallace centers don't work. I made a Dwight Howard build, bro. That thing was so overpowered in 3v3 rec and back in like 2K20. So you take that thing to the park. No one runs a big man. It's just nothing but like 3 out, nothing but guards shooting threes, and I'm getting cooked because I can't guard the perimeter. I'm vertically athletic, but my lateral quickness is like 28. Because you gotta sacrifice. You can't just have everything good. So I was good offensively and paint defensively, and as soon as I got on that perimeter, I got my ankles broken. So yeah, 2K fixture game. I'm not getting the legend. I'm not getting any edition, honestly. I don't like
No,
Michael.
you know what? I'm gonna fall for it, bro. I know I'm gonna fall for it again.
You'll get the WNBA edition.
No, hell no. I'm getting Michael Jordan. What are we talking
Clip
about?
that. Clip that. You're not getting the Sue Bird, who is it, Diana Taurasi cover?
No, hell no,
I'm getting over
no,
the D book, honestly. I'm getting the one with the
no.
champions on it.
And I ain't getting the D book one either. No, we're
I'm
getting
definitely.
Michael Jordan. It's 2K23. I'm getting the best 23 of all. Yes.
That is ironic. I think they should have had LeBron on it too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he had his fun. Next year's gonna be Kobe. Bring Kobe back. It's gonna be the 24th cover or whatever. 2K24.
No, really, we
Kobe
gonna
cover.
do that, bro? They should have.
We got to.
Thought they would put like Smush Parker on the cover or something.
Put Kendrick Perkins on the cover. That's what I'll say.
I'll buy that in a heartbeat.
I will buy Kendrick Perkins cover.
Honestly, if you make the stupidest covers like that, like if you make it, honestly, people gonna buy a cover anyway. But if you like, imagine if they gave like Brian Scalabrine or just some stupid player that people like, but like, here's to get a Jose Alvarado edition.
Give me the Birdman cover. I'll buy that.
Give me a
Quentin Grimes one? Oh, yeah. Quentin Grimes.
A Quentin Grimes cover. Give me, bro. Give me a Rudy Gobert cover. That would be fire. French edition.
I definitely wouldn't buy that.
And I'd buy the Anthony Edwards cover. He better be good next season.
So the Bo Cruz cover. I'm buying the Bo Cruz cover.
Yo, I'm actually getting, bro. That would be so clean if it's just him and like Kermit, bro. That would be crazy. See, stuff like that would sell out. Not even because they're two like generational type play. Well, one of them is, but I wouldn't say generational. But
right, Juancho Hernangomez is in fact a generational player. You are correct.
That's what I'm saying. It definitely is. Willie in his 2 seconds of cameo though. That was crazy. You can't give your brother no more screen time. Willie must have been a bad actor. Maybe the story was that he had to take care of his younger brother Willie too, and Willie just talked like a robot the entire time and just couldn't act, so they cut all the scenes out.
What 2K was that where they had lines like, it was like 2K15 where everybody sounded like shit? Because like they had the NBA
2K15 with Eric Gordon, bro.
I think Deion Waiters was in that too. He sounded like shit.
Yeah, and then you do some stuff like 2K15, and then like that's totes for shizzle, my dizzle, like, bro. Eric Gordon, bro, didn't even want to be on the Pelicans, bro. Why did he get all the screen? Why was he our centerpiece of the 2015 2K15 like stuff? Like, that man.
Why did he have to mentor me? He didn't want to be there.
He gonna mentor me how to get out of the world.
How to get out. How to request trade. That's step one.
First off, call the city garbage. First off, then go to Houston. Like, what?
And take Ryan Anderson with you.
Hey, good riddance. That's why Eric Gordon finna get traded to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Now he can trade it back here. You know what? Bring him here and sit him on the bench. Let his career just fucking die here.
Nah, he would actually be the worst in the team cancer. He'd probably be like I don't know, to be honest. Team Ebola?
I'm a petty man. I will bring him to the team just to not play him.
Trade a pick. Just a random pick and be
trade
like, here you go.
Second round pick just to get him and not play him.
Use him as like a veteran leader. Be like, hey guys, this is what happens when you say New Orleans is bad. Lock him in the corner and everything.
You don't play. You sign Stan Van Gundy as your G League coach and you send him to the G League.
Oh no! He gets no touches. He's just a corner sitter. He just got to pass to Hayes when there's occasional time when he goes to the G League. Hayes in the G League got to stop, bro. I'm tired of seeing him drop 52 in the G League.
It's so hilarious.
All right, bro.
He'll be shit leading up to it, and then they say, all right, you're going to the G League. He's like, oh, I am? Well, I'm dropping 80.
Yeah. G League Jackson Hayes got me thinking Sean Kemp, but with hops.
Sean Kemp
made you think.
Hops.
Sean Kemp and hops, a duo that I've never seen before. Amari Stoudemire, if he can do a pick and roll.
He could. He played with Steve Nash. Ain't no way in hell you don't know how to do a damn pick and roll with Steve Nash.
It was supposed to be a little ironic, but as a roller he was good, but I don't think he could be the pick and roll main ball handler. Mark Stoudemire was not doing that. He's like, Mark Stoudemire is Obi Toppin without basketball. Now I'm playing. I'm not even gonna say this. I'm not a Knicks fan anymore. just say some stupid comparisons. Zion Williamson is just Carmelo Anthony, but with hops and not the same offensive ability.
Zion is Kenneth Lofton, but worse. So.
He's a poor man's Kenneth Lofton.
He's a poor man, Kenneth Lofton. You know what? On that note, we're wrapping this shit up. Kenneth
That's
Lofton
gonna be the title, by the way.
Zion's a poor man's Kenneth Lofton. You heard it here first.
All right. Well, yeah, like I said, what he's finna say. Yeah, I guess that we're going to wrap it up. I'm probably uploading this tonight. You know, it was a pretty long episode, but you know.
Great. So it will be up by next year. Cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think the rest of the NBA draft video even uploaded. It was just the first, like, it was literally the lottery, and the rest, all the way to like the first round, just didn't go. Good, because I was asleep half the time. Not gonna lie, I was on my phone. I was so thrown off on that, bro. I that was never doing another draft video past the lottery again. But on that note, I gotta get to bed. It's 12:10. Gotta edit this video, add an intro, put a clickbait thumbnail so people click on it.
Matter of fact, I got the intro today. Here we go. Intro is everybody lean your head over a little bit to your left a little bit. That's the outro. Just stare at that thing behind his head. That's the outro. Hope y'all see that in y'all dreams tonight, everybody. This is In the Loose with the Hoops. We'll catch y'all later.
We out, man. We out.